It's a weekend. I'm at the shop. Saturday, another snowy day here, wet in Idaho. But just want to jump in and see how everyone's doing. Go over some stocks, some crypto. What I believe why AMC is getting very close. Why it's primed. Now, obviously, there's nothing guaranteed, but if you're stuck here with me now, I'm gonna get on my computer here. So I'm at the storefront right now. So if a customer comes in, I'll just talk to them and pretend that there's no one here. So looking at, well, first off, I guess you go into a lot of FUD being spread right now, a lot of social media, um, which is kind of always there, but it's pretty strong right now. But I have noticed a lot more apes talking and coming out and saying stuff. Um, I've seen a lot more on Reddit. I've seen um, a lot more on Facebook. Facebook, for some reason, for the last year, maybe 6 months or so, has been not a whole lot about AMC. Seen a lot more on that. Um, but I know, there's going to be a lot being said about Adam Aaron, the money that he made. There's going to be a lot being said about um, just it's always going to be something. I guess you just got to revert back to your DD and what you know. You know what I mean? Like what you've actually looked at. And the fact of the matter is, no matter what anyone's making there, the business is being shorted to death. You know what I mean? And fundamentally, it's just coming back. Manuel, what's up? How you doing? Don't mind me. Like I said, I'm here at the shop. Um, just thought I'd go live. If customers come in, I'll just help them out and let you chill right here. If you got any questions, hit me up. Definitely. Kind of sucks. It's the weird thing about the weekends, man, is you get a little break from the stock market and you don't have to, your mind doesn't have to work on it, but then all of a sudden it's like, damn, now what do I do? So a lot of crypto on the weekends. I don't know about y'all, but I definitely stay up on that. Um, I noticed if you're into crypto, if you're looking at Bitcoin, it's definitely shaping up to be like a bull flag. Obviously, nothing's guaranteed, but um, let me get in and see if I can get a chart real quick. But I think it's waiting for that halving. After the halving, who knows? Historically, it's been known to go up until about the halving, and then you'll see a drop. Now, it's not like a plunge, a drop, a forever drop, but it'll, and nothing's guaranteed, like I said. But I think after during the crypto drop, sorry, I'm trying to log in here. After the crypto drop, probably where I'll buy back in. So I most of my Bitcoin I bought in at around, like, man, when it was down and everyone was talking about Bitcoin was ever or gone forever and is never coming back. My average was around like 14,000. I've averaged up now to about 34,000, and then I sold about half of what I had, sitting at around 66,000. I sold a little bit at 50,000, a little early, and then some at 66. Wish I would have held on a little longer. That's the one. There's always one that you wish you wouldn't have sold. It's always Bitcoin, man. So every time I've ever sold Bitcoin, I made a profit, and at the end, I'm like, damn, I should have held a little longer. So I'm kind of looking at Bitcoin a little differently now. I'm starting to add, not really worrying about the price too much, is because my average is still low, but it's pretty rough, man. Like the other day, I only had like $10 in Bitcoin that I had left over, and it took my average from like 32,000 to 35. I'm like, God damn. So the great Stunner, what's up, man? What are your thoughts on if AA diluted us and then can issue RS afterwards? Anything's possible, I guess, but I just don't anticipate. I don't really see that happening, man. I think that's more of a fear factor that people are bringing up. Like, we're going to reverse split again. It could happen. I just don't see that happening. The reason I don't see that happening is because they have money, they have liquidity, they've got money in the bank set up. So, if something like that started to happen, you would hear a lot more rumblings about it. It would be a little more. I just don't see it happening. That's my thoughts on it. So I haven't really put too much attention to it, just because the whole reason for the dilution, the whole reason for You know, the money that they've got in the reserve is so we don't have to do stuff like that. Just my opinion, though. You know, who knows? JP Investments, what's up? Thoughts on XRP? Uh, XRP, I'm kind of back and forth with XRP. I'm kind of just like a normal dude. I don't know a whole lot. I've kind of looked into it. Now I've got friends that are very into crypto that make a living off of crypto, and that's just all they do. They've warned me against it, but I always say do your own research, do your own DD. They talk about it being like more of a rug pull type situation, but I got some. I just don't. I haven't done a whole lot of research. I've watched people talk about it. I've seen a lot said about it. So I need to do more research before I can really speak on it. I think you know, from what some people say, they're very all in on it. So there's got to be a reason for it. So I'm not totally against it. I'm not totally for it. I'm kind of impartial. I don't have enough DD to really speak too much on it. I caught some Shiba to hold. Yeah, Shiba is one of those ones like $5, which is nuts. Yeah, the whole AMC is this. AMC is what it is at this point. Like I'm not really looking at the price because from the very beginning, I believe the price was just not accurate. I mean, even Citadel's come out and said that they don't. By the way, none of this is financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, but even they've come out and said that they set the price to what they believe a fair market price is. So they set the price. There's like, you know what I mean? It's kind of crazy the way it works. Once you start getting deeper and deeper into this, you're like, wow, this is insane. Like the price is set by what the market maker believes is an accurate price instead of what the actual price should be. That's crazy to me. Jason Bell, what's up, man? Jason says I'm all in on AMC, buying weekly. Our time will come. That's how I feel, man. I've looked at it like this. I've put so much time, effort, DD into AMC. I just really trust my own instinct, thoughts, DD. You know, I've just put a lot into it. So I've got to trust what I've done with it there for myself. You got to do your own DD, obviously, but the way I look at AMC is worst case scenario. For me, worst case scenario. Obviously, worst case scenario is something happens and the company goes out. If that happens, then I have to man up and know that I'm the one who made my own financial decision to invest in it, and that's where I'm at. But I think worst case scenario, for me personally, my thoughts are AMC. If it never squeezes, if whoever's behind it just doesn't allow it and they figure out a way to fight us out of it, my thoughts are AMC's done enough to keep the company fundamentally sound. Looking 5-6 years down the road, it'll be a long term, and then I'll cash out then. You know, obviously, I don't think my projection, and I'm not price targeting. I'm not telling you to buy, sell, or hold, but I don't think even without a squeeze, minus everything said and done, if none of this is even a talk, and AMC wasn't in the media and no one was talking about it, and I just so happened upon it one day and I bought it, and I would say here in the next couple years, it should be around like 30-40 a share. Right now, I would imagine it should be. Realistically, I think $3 a share is insane. The buying is good, averaging down is nice, but we shouldn't even be here. Like, what's Cinemark sitting at right now? You know what I mean? Like, we should be above Cinemark because they do better than Cinemark. What's Cinemark's stock price sitting at? I believe it's like almost $20 a share at Cinemark right now. So AMC, in my opinion, yeah, Cinemark is sitting at $19.64 a share. I believe AMC should be at least that. So worst case scenario, AMC, you know, in the next year or two shakes off a lot of these shorts and hits that, and you got an exit point, in my opinion. Looks like I do have some customers coming in, so if I start ignoring your questions and acting like no one's here, if I get all hello, it's just gonna help people out. But yeah, 1964 is where Cinemark's sitting at. I genuinely think that this one should definitely be sitting at least 1964. But I would think, just in comparison to the company size, business model, popcorn, credit cards, all that stuff, it should be sitting around like 25. My opinion, not financial advice. Hello. How's it going?
Great, how you doing?
Good. Need help finding anything?
For some shoes for him.
What size is he? sevens. I got some shoes over there. I don't know what I have in a youth seven. That's kind of a common size. And
I better come and check it out, though.
yeah, I appreciate it, man, for sure. But
Anytime.
I don't think. Yeah, like I don't have anything out. So as far as like Nike and stuff, they don't distribute out. And then now we just got a distributor that carries them again. So I just don't have much in shoes.
Okay.
Starting to get some cleats. We're probably a couple months away from getting them again. I think the only shoes I have is they're nice shoes, huh? Like what? They're small though. Yeah, man. I don't think. Off the top of my head. But yeah, maybe the only thing I have is Pumas and not even a seven. So.
Sweet. Well, thank you.
Thanks for checking with me, man.
Anytime.
Yes,
Have a good
sir.
one.
Yeah, have a good day. Oh yeah, that hat. Okay. Yeah, you can do the hat. There's no, I don't have a discount on the NFL ones right now, but 1 second. Get your ring up here. Packers are going out. All right, so let me get you here. Let me see. So it does look like, yeah, it does have 10% off. All right, so we got $35.29 after tax. Is it credit or debit? Right on. Cool. Appreciate it, man. You want a copy of the receipt? No? All right, we're good. All right, have a good day. Thank you. All right, we're back. Sorry, I told you I was gonna have customers, man. It's a Saturday. I didn't know how many people I'd have. It's kind of a slow day, but I figured I could bounce back and forth. Quick little Packers hat sold. Came in for some shoes. Wound up leaving with the little kids Packers hat. That's the funny thing about kids, man. You come in with your kids to a shop and you're like, "No, we're not getting the hat. We're just looking for shoes." And then, "Hey, get the hat, please, Daddy." And he tells the son no and the daughter, "I like this hat." "Okay, well, you don't have no hats. You can get one." It's funny. Funny shit. Anyways, where were we? Where were we here? Before I had to make money. But yeah, AMC, Cinemark, that's what I was looking at. The Cinemark price, AMC price. Like I said, 1964 is where Cinemark's sitting at. Obviously, this last week, Wells Fargo came in and they said that Cinemark, the movies are back at Cinemark, basically only. What? I wonder, not even just AMC, but other theaters are like, what? What that's supposed to mean? So, you know, and a lot. I will say this: a lot of talk about banks collapsing. You know, I think they get in trouble, but I don't anticipate banks like Wells Fargo, U.S. Bank, Chase. I just don't see them collapsing. You know what I mean? There's too much, and I just don't see that happening. But I see them. You know, if they get in trouble, is it positive for AMC and people being shorted? Yes, of course. But I don't think any of them will actually implode or go out of business or anything like that. So, but I don't think that affects, you know, margin calls and stuff like that. I'm just, you know, I don't really know how it'll happen, but I know there's several ways it could happen, and I know things are piling up. So obviously it's not financial advice. I'm not telling you to buy, sell, or hold, but a squeeze to me is very, it's always close. There's been a lot of times where it could just happen here and there, and now it should happen now, but it doesn't. You know, it gets capped or stopped somehow, some way, magically behind the scenes. They're doing something, and I'm not 100% sure. I feel like it could happen now, but I'm kind of tainted. I'm kind of ruined. You know what I mean? So I feel like they're going to figure out a way to stop it again now. My original thoughts about, I don't know, 6 months ago, I started talking about a year and a half to 2 years, really just off of instinctual and kind of, you know, small DD. But now looking into the DD further, I think where are we going into Q2, Q3? I don't think they're going to be great, Q2 and Q3, and I think they're going to use that against anyone who's holding AMC, and they're going to spread FUD. Well, look at this. How you expect this business? They're not going to do anything. They're not making money. Oh, I thought popcorn was going to start making money. There's going to be a lot of shit talking. The CEO's making money, but we're not. It's just going to be a lot of that. But come Q4, And I know no one wants to hear this, like, oh, we got to wait a whole nother year. We've been in here so long, but that's just my personal opinion. Now, could it happen any day? It could, just because of just how it's set, how many shorts and nakeds there is. So, not just AMC though. I was talking about crypto just because it's the weekend. On the weekend, we tend to try to, I guess, find something to trade. You know what I mean? So, looking at Bitcoin, it's sitting at $68,350 a coin. Man, can you imagine? Here's a little story. I have a homeboy. So a friend of mine back in the day, I used to record music, and he was my engineer. His name's Reed. He was I don't know, man. He's just an engineer. He's technical. He's a smart guy, But maybe, God, I don't know. I think when Bitcoin was sitting around under $100 a share, he sent me a little link, and I believe it was even on MySpace that he sent me this shit. He's like, you should check this out, And to me, when he sent me that, I wasn't into stocks, I wasn't into crypto, and I thought it was more of a scam. I thought he got hacked or something, so I didn't even respond to it. And then he sent it to me again a few weeks later, and he kind of sent a message. It was him, and I'm thinking, like, man, he must be working for these guys, and he's I didn't know anything about it, so I thought this guy was working for someone, and they're telling him to sell this shit like a salesman. So I was like, oh, okay, yeah, cool. I'll check it out, and I just played it off. Back then, it was sitting at, I want to say it was like $111, $113 a coin. Can you imagine? I think we all have some sort of stories like that. You know what I mean? And I didn't buy in until, I don't know, man, what we were 2020, something like that. I started buying in and flipping it. And now I'm thinking, man, if I would have just held it from the time I first bought it. So Bitcoin's one of those ones for me that it's just like, I keep buying and taking profits off it, but I don't think I want to take. I think these next few rounds, I'm just gonna buy and buy, because I'm always like, I don't think it'll get over 60,000. I don't think it'll go. At some point I was like, I don't think it'll go back over 40, and then now it's sitting at 68 and just lingering. I think it's gonna have another drop at some point, but I don't know how far it'll go. But it is setting up a bear flag right now, or not a bear flag, a bull flag for the last week or so. Just looking at the chart, so I do think that. That if you're into crypto, I know I'm kind of all over the place, sorry, but I'm just looking at my market watch here. I think it's definitely setting up a flag, man. So it could go up. I think it's going to get back up to that 70. And then, like I said, after the halving goes, it'll probably have a little bit of a dip, but I don't know, man. I don't know how much lower it could go. I think after the halving, it'll probably dip to maybe around 60 to 55 range. I don't think it would go much lower than that, and then it's probably going to pop again, and then people are going to be saying, "Oh my God, I should have bought it." It's sitting at 80 grand now, so who knows? But that's just kind of how I look at it. So I think it's going to happen with it personally. It's been known to, after the halving, kind of drop a little bit. So, anyways, get to my comments here. Bam, bam. Shiba's one of those ones that I kind of that one I don't I don't anticipate it going, like a lot of people are talking about going to $1. I don't think that's realistic. I mean, you'd have to. It's a lot of coins, So I know they burn some and this and that, but for me, Shiba, Dogal on Mars, coins like that are just in and outs for me. Shiba, I first bought Shiba maybe, like, I don't know, what is it, 2 years ago, and I had one of its first runs. I made my first profit off of it then. I think it was only like $100, but I've been consistently making money off of Shiba for like the past 2.5 years. And my average is now only like 144 or something like that, But I'm only down to about 6 million coins, 6 or 7 million coins left. And I think once I'm out, I'll probably leave a couple million, just to you never know type thing. But at this point, coins like that, like Milady, Floki, anything like that, you can't. I don't think you can to the moon them. They're going to have bumps. Don't get me twisted. Like, don't get me wrong. There is going to be some that I'm like, oh shit, damn, look how high it went. But 9 out of 10 of them are just going to go up and down, up and down. Yeah, they might form higher highs and lower lows. And if that's what you want to do and hold and hold and hold, you can. It's your own personal decision. But for me, I like to take profits just because I learned, like off a Dogecoin back in the day. I held too long on some of those. So coins are very volatile, man. They go crazy. What are some of your favorite coins? Shoot them out, and I'll see if I hold a lot of different coins. In the beginning, I wasn't too heavy into crypto. I was just kind of buying blindly. But now, especially after this last bull run, I know a lot of people are jumping in. Shoot me a comment with your favorite crypto. AMC coin. No. Yeah, see, we get into that. That's a whole nother thing, man. Those wrap tokens, FTX. Now, there's another thing. Uh, have a great day, AMC coin. Yeah, that's the whole nother subject. That one actually kind of starts hurting your brain when you start trying to wrap it around. It's like, okay, they did this, they take it to Germany, and it's like, oh my God, how, why, But that's what they want, man. They want you to be confused and have your brain hurting trying to think about this shit, so you just leave. It's like, it's above my pay grade now. That's what they're hoping you're doing. That's why they call us dumb money, You don't have to totally understand it, but you just got to know it, if that makes sense. You know what's happening. At that point, you'll do your own research and start to try to figure it out. But yeah, that's definitely a theory, man. That I'm not totally. I wouldn't say I'm against that, but who knows? Could it just be? That's a whole. Okay, so I think when you look at, let's look back at June. What was it? June 2021. There was a run up on tokens and coins. And that's around the same time AMC ran. I think they kind of coincide somewhat, and I think maybe after this halving, there's another run coming. Obviously, a dip and a run. It's just an assumption, not financial advice. I don't know for sure, but I mean, there's a possibility around that time. Meme coin or meme stocks could run as well. So one I got kind of trapped in actually. So I was talking about Dogal on Mars. I got into that one and I sold, and then right after I sold, I did like one of the classic things. You got to live and learn. One of the classic things you shouldn't do. I sold it for a small profit, a couple $100, and I had maybe like $600 invested into it, and I made only like 200, but I was tired of it. I got out, and literally probably like the next day it bumped, and it went all the way up to like 6 zeros and a 7 or something like that, and it had dropped to 0, and I was like, holy shit, I would have made so much money. So I bought back in at the top. And then, of course, right after I bought, I started working its way down. So I was bag holding, and then I kind of started averaging it down a little bit. And at this point now, I'm kind of at that break-even point. But I figure this, I only got another few hundred in it. Actually, more than a few hundred. I kind of went crazy on it on one of those. What was it, last December on the holidays? I was just taking my money I was making from the shop, just throwing it at all sorts of coins, which paid off. This last bull run definitely paid off with a lot of the coins. All right, so let's go Shiba. I know a lot of people are holding Shiba and expecting something huge, but I'm not saying it couldn't have a quick run, but I don't think it's going to be. So Shiba's got 4 zeros and a 2736, and I believe, see, my average is 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros, 1, 4, 4, 4. A lot of fours. That number keeps popping up on me. 4, 4, 4, 4. Anyways, that's where Shiba's sitting at, and I only got 7 and some change million left. I started out with like 30 million of these babies, so. Yeah, I mean, I think I'm kind of at the point now where I don't have a lot to sell unless it has a big run. I'll probably just hang on to it, see where it takes us. All right, so got any questions? Hit me with them. If not, I'm gonna sit here and stare back at you like a creep. Skip breakfast again, man. I don't know what's wrong with me lately. I've just been skipping breakfast and drinking Monsters, and I'm all cracked out and shit. Maybe I should go on live. Yeah, I'll go on live. Talk about coins and the AMC. Yeah. I have another customer coming in. I do. Probably better for me to jump off this, but unless you guys want to sit, I mean, I can help customers while you're right here. CLS, Celestica is another one I jumped into a while back. Sitting at $49.99. Let's see what we got. Yeah, I got a couple customers. Don't mind me. I'll probably help them out and just pretend nothing's going on. Nothing happening at all. Hello.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good.
Good. Do you guys need help finding anything? If you need anything, just let me know.
I need less flat bill hats.
Less flat bill. Okay,
Less
you got
flat
curved
bill.
bill in front, and then you got some on this rotating rack right here.
Okay, cool. Because I look like a dork.
Well, I look like a dork no matter what I do, so I guess. So yeah, and we do have some more stuff on order. We're kind of in between orders right now, so I think I'm about 2 weeks out still, but I should have quite a bit of the curved bill coming in. So.
I got a black and white one, but it's a flat bill.
What teams you looking for?
Oh,
Broncos? Yeah, me too. It's sad, I know. It's been rough. It's been a rough couple seasons.
yeah. I think we've gone 3 or 4 years in a row.
Nice. I've been wanting to take my kids to one, but we haven't. And then the problem is I got family that lives in Vegas. They're like, maybe we go to the one in Vegas. And I'm like, nah, I don't want their first game to be there. Could ruin them quickly.
I'll tell you that Vegas is expensive.
Yeah, that's crazy. I saw some of the ticket prices.
Yeah, the tickets are double what they are.
Yeah, like $700 for a nosebleed or something. Holy cow.
She bought me tickets for the New Year's game.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh, that was fun.
yeah.
I've never
Yeah,
done that, but we were clear up in the nosebleeds, and actually it was great view.
that's what I was gonna say. They got it set up pretty nice. I know I took a tour of it when it was up there. One of my buddies was help building it. And he's like, you can get in here and he let me kind of check it out when it was being built, but
Sure.
it's pretty nice.
I enjoy it. See the orange? But they won't have it by size.
So and like the apparel, most of our apparel has some discounts. Most of the hats actually too. NFL. The only thing that doesn't is kind of the baseball gear right now, is 'cause the season's coming in, but
Sure.
most of it's gonna be around 15 to 20%.
I thought you guys closed.
Yeah, we moved.
I was
So,
in here, and I'm like, hey, wait a minute.
so for a long time, I didn't have a sign out front either. We were waiting on a sign to come through, and I would just watch people from this window pull in and out. I'm like, ah.
Yeah. She's the one that knows. She's like, no, they're in that house right there.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we actually bought this building out, so we're only paying a couple hundred more here than we were paying for rent there.
Sure.
I figured once I get it paid off, I can kind of determine if we want to. But I've got so many kids that when I bring them to work with me, when they're over there, they'd be in this back room and they're all boxing each other. So I thought, you know what, get them here. They got some more space.
Yeah.
But the funny part is when I bring them here, they still want to hang out in the small room right back here. I'm like, come on, you got a whole area downstairs, you know.
Got a whole place to hang out.
Yeah.
You're gonna be in the back room, huh?
Yeah, it looks like I do have, as far as Broncos, curved bill, I got 2 or 3 different styles on order.
Right on.
So I've got a black on black, a black on white, and then the regular navy blue.
I
The
like that black on white, but I can't wear
yeah, not the curve. Yeah, I know what you mean. It's just if you don't like it, you can't force it. But yeah, I have that same style, but in the curved bill.
Ooh, good.
But that one, that of course, that's the one that hasn't shipped yet.
Well,
It looks like it'll probably go out like Wednesday, and it takes about a week and a half after the shipping date. So
sure. I like that one. It's flat there. I'm just. And these guys tuck their ears on the inside of their hats.
See, and I think the ones against the wall right there will be flex fit. If I have any adjustable, they'd be on this rotating rack. But I think I'm out of Denver on the rotating rack there.
If I was a better golfer, I'd license golf. You see all this vinyl?
Yeah, my wife had me start carrying that.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
When we started carrying it around like the whole pandemic time, and I was like, I don't know, we don't have money to spend on that. She's like, just get it. It actually kept us in business through that whole time.
Are they iron on or are they?
Yeah, so if it says HTV, it's an iron on. It just stands for heat transfer. And then if it's the permanent is permanent. But yeah, she's got single sheets and then the rolls as well. We were trying to, at one point or another, we were going to get a whole different store for it, but she's got a full-time job and I can't run two at once. So
Sure.
it is kind of random, kind of. Yeah, she carries that. That's Caesar and Oracle, I believe, is her two that she carries. Pretty good brands.
Feet. Also one roll would be. Oh. Well, considering why feet bucks. That's not bad.
My internet going down here. Yeah, we're open on Sundays as well. So I know a lot of people like will be working on shirts. So I get a lot of people on Sundays that pop in like, I don't want to go to Walmart, so they just pop in and grab it real quick. So,
Yeah.
I don't blame you.
No, that's good to know.
Yeah, it's a good
She
brand
buys
too.
quite-
I
she
mean,
buys quite a bit of vinyl.
it's a pretty good brand. She uses it, and then that's when she started looking into it, and they opened her an account. And I was like, oh, all right.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
I like that. Thousand piece? That'll take you forever.
Yeah, it's not 1,000 pieces.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we could do it in a night.
I don't know. I've got one of my kids' Happy Meals. I had like 6 pieces, and it took me like 10 minutes. I'd be in trouble with that thing, man.
I haven't watched basketball since Jordan played.
I'm not missing much.
That's, I'm not a LeBron James fan.
Yeah, you either are or are. Me and my son just had this debate last night. He's LeBron all the way, and I'm like, what? But it's because he's never, it's. But he was like, no way, LeBron, Jordan was trash. I'm like, what?
What?
Get out of my house. Give me your spaghetti. That's mine now.
No kidding. Ugh.
Yeah, we went through this big debate last night, and he was trying to tell me the stats. And that,
It's a different game of ball now.
oh, yeah, it
It's
is.
so much, you know,
Flop.
if
Flop.
LeBron was up against the Pistons
It can get destroyed.
of Jordan, you know, the Jordan rules,
Yeah.
they'd have killed him, and he'd never survive.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just my opinion.
I was watching a video clip the other day where someone went for the ball and they tapped the back of his head. And he tried to resist. He pulled back and he probably saw it too.
Grabs
Like,
his head and lays down. I'm like, shut up.
I've watched a few of them where they just have the dramatic music every time he gets touched. No. Poor guy. Yeah.
I'm kind of a dork. I've still got all the Bulls championship runs on VHS tape.
Hey man, that's good to have.
I taped them all of them but the Lakers.
Classics.
I was on a vacation, so I didn't get the Lakers. Those are cool. Oh, dude, for Aspen. Oh, that's a kid's hat.
I didn't
See that?
It's a good looking hat though. Huh? That's how it works. There's always the kid sizes.
See, I've got an infant hat for Aspen. It's a Broncos. That's the one I bought. That's the first hat I bought too. It's Broncos.
I think they have a little discount on them as well. So I think it's only 10% off of the knick-knack stuff, but it saves a couple bucks. Yeah, so if the way those ones, the thin ones right there, the way you can usually tell is that the stickers on front. It'll say HTV as well, but those are all. But
It looks like scrapbook paper.
yeah.
There's some cute ones.
Yeah, she's got all sorts of stuff. She loads up on that stuff, and then like 4th of July and stuff like that, or the I don't know. The hard part is she knows so much about it, and I'm just kind of like, I'm learning as I go. But people come ask me, like, "What do you think about?" I'm like, "Well,
That's a good question.
let me call her." So now I know how my employees feel sometimes when I hire people that are, who's this team? I'm like, what do you mean you don't know that team?
Yeah.
Well, now it's Will Lutz. Before it was Russell Wilson's number, so that's what they. I told my son, I said, I think we're gonna have those pants for a while. If someone like one of their stars would change their number to 3, but now it's the kicker, I'm like, oh, we got Will Lutz pants, baby. There'll be a putz. Root for Will Lutz. Trying, man, I'm trying.
Sure.
You'll probably see me wearing them next time you come in. Add a different number to it. That's the hard thing about getting jerseys and stuff too. That's why I don't order that many jerseys, because players, they just switch out so often nowadays. It's insane.
Is that a Vanderest jersey?
It is, yeah. We've got a couple of those left.
That's sad.
Yeah, that was rough, man.
Yeah, I'm not a Cowboys fan by any stretch.
No, but
I root for him just because he's from Idaho.
it's from Rexburg, right? Is that where he
No,
originated?
he's from.
Well, he went to Boise State, right?
Yeah, I think he's from.
Small town out here.
It is. Yeah, it's small. I can't remember. Nice kid.
Couldn't
Man,
know.
nice.
Yeah, I remember watching some stuff on him, but Dallas was loaded with Boise State players for a while there. They had all the guys from when Kellen Moore was there, and it seemed like they were drafting a lot then.
Yep. Well, yeah. Cool.
You ready?
I think so.
All right. Tag on these babies here. Oh, not in the system, of course. Let's type it in there.
So that
Okay, so it comes to $20.69 after tax. Card.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Do you want a copy of your receipt?
No, I'm good.
$21.93. All right. Oh, it's asking for a PIN number, please. They have these little puzzles. They were called Brixel puzzles. I don't know if you saw those before, but you could build like helmets, like 3D puzzles. I had those, and holy cow, those are so hard to put together. I haven't ordered them again just because a lot of people would think they're like Legos, and they'd buy them for the kids, and the pieces are like this big.
Oh, jeez.
But my son put one together. It took him like a year, and then as soon as he got together, my little toddler slammed into it to pieces. Well, hey, I appreciate it.
Man, no worries, man. Thank you.
Yeah, like I said, probably a couple weeks out, we should have some more.
Sure.
So,
I'll swing back by.
alrighty.
Thank you, man.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it. Have a good day.
You too.
Thank you. All right. Sorry about that. Told you I was gonna have customers randomly. I thought it would be slow like yesterday, just because it's nasty and wet outside. But people were out Saturday. Had to make some money. All right. Let's save this transaction here. Okay. So I'm back. Sorry about the delay. You get to deal with my day-to-day here, going live like this. BCH is the last comment I saw. Yeah, okay. I don't even know if the guys asking about BCH is still there to check out. Banco de Chile ADR. Is that what you're talking about? Yeah. Look at that chart on this one here. I don't really know much about what's going on with this one, but looking at the chart on BCH, just quick. Let's go into a 1 monther. Looks like it's got potential, but I don't know what's going on behind the scenes of it. But just looking at the charting, let's go to advanced charting. I don't know if there's a way to hook up the camera. Let's see what we got going on here. Let's flip this baby. There we go. So we're gonna go. And this is BCH. It just on looking at it initially. Let's see the next these earnings. It looks like it has some potential for the upside here, just because it's like a cup and handle right there at the end. I just don't know what the news or whatever is going on behind it, but you kind of see that drop. I think it just looking off the chart without knowing anything else behind it. It looks like it's got a little pop coming. Probably this coming up right there. Probably gonna dip down and do about to that 24. That's just my guesstimate off of it without knowing any background on it really. Just looking at it from. Let's go back into Bitcoin. So looking into Bitcoin here. So Bitcoin, you can see it's where are my lines at. Like I'm saying though, like you can see, I'm not putting the lines in, but it's forming that flag, man, like a bull flag. So I do think it's gonna pop up a little bit more. It's probably gonna wave. I don't know. Obviously, I don't ever do charting videos, but it's probably gonna wave up and then pop up back around that 75, 70K range. Halving's gonna come, then it's probably gonna bloop right back down to 60 to 55, and then bam, probably up to 80. That's just my guess, you know, just from what I'm looking at on it. So, all right. But as far as coins go, you know, there's potential. Right after the halving, there's going to be a lot of potential coming in. So that's where I'm at with that. I know it's a Saturday. We don't talk about the stock market much on Saturdays. I'm going to jump up out of here. I got a whole van full of dudes coming in, so I'm not going to put you guys to the torture of having to watch me help customers again. I'll drop a video if I can come back live again later when it slows down a little bit. Have a good day. Be blessed, and let's get soon. Peace.